Welcome back on the show for Kansas Sports Chatter. It's time to talk some high school girls basketball here in the state of Kansas. And to help us out with this segment, we bring in the hosts of the Sunflower Smack Show, the Toto and the Oz. Hey, appreciate you guys coming on. I mentioned to you guys before we jumped on, I've been following you guys for a long time and do a phenomenal job of just covering girls high school basketball, not only in the Kansas City area, but also across the state. And now I know, like, kind of the early research, you guys started this to just kind of gain some more coverage of high school basketball. And man, it done a really good job. How have you seen it grow over the last few years?
Well, this is year 8 for us, which is crazy to think about. I think probably the biggest thing is just the knowledge of the game for, whether it be the college game has expanded so much, podcasts in general, but just we've seen a lot in Kansas, play wise with 30-second shot or the shot clock and those types of things. But it's been so much fun to get to share these kids' stories and stuff over the years. And I think there's been a lot of a really positive feedback we've gotten from that,
Yeah. I feel like, girls were just not getting any type of attention at all. No marketing, no information. And I know why the TV stations show up for the last, minute and a half of the girls' game and then 52 highlights of the boys' games. I get it. It's just the way it kind of falls with the cameraman getting there. But, these girls that when we started, we tracked, kind of how many girls from just our league were playing in different conferences around the area and stuff. And it was pretty minimal. And it was hard to find access to some of those girls or just, where they went to school and all those different things. And now, every year we're finding, 10, 15 girls, 20 girls from our conference that are going and playing college basketball at different levels. And by no means are we saying that has anything to do with us. It's just that the sport is strong in the Kansas City and state of Kansas. And we've got some really high level talent, both older and younger, that it's fun to talk about. We love our league, and we think our league's one of the best in the state, if not the best. And man, it's just been a ride. It's been really fun, and to see the number of people that listen and watch, and it's just really encouraging.
Now, on future interviews that we have maybe with you guys later on, like, we'll just dive right into some of the girls you want to feature. But right now, I got a lot of intro questions here. So, Sunflower Smack Show. I get the sunflower. Now, the smack, where did the smack come part for the show name?
Well, we try to figure out a good word for, talk, right? Like,
okay,
Sunflower Smack. So we were going to smack about the show. We had some kickback from some of the coaches in the Sunflower League that didn't really like it at first. They thought we were, smack talking against each other, but that wasn't really the thought behind it. But yep, that's where it came from.
And the history with us, you got to understand, Cole, we were doing this at lunch at a McDonald's before we ever started recording anything. The Toto and I'd go in and write down who we thought the 14 best teams were, who would finish in first all the way to 14th, and we track it through the year. And I guess we're just kind of basketball junkies and weird that way. But we had daughters at the time that were like freshmen in high school and freshmen or sophomores, and we wanted to be able to kind of get into it a little bit more, and again, give them opportunities. And so the Toto and the Oz was natural because of it. But smack talk, it was kind of more him and I talking to each other and kind of sharing our own thoughts on the kids that are playing. So.
And then when did the Toto and the Oz part stick?
Oh man, I think we just if you see the two of us, I'm about 5'7", and
I'm about 6'6", about 300 pounds. So it was kind of one of those deals where, we wanted to tie it to Kansas in some way. So we got the sunflower in there. The Toto and the Oz really was just kind of a hit towards the Wizard of Oz, obviously, and the size part just kind of stuck. We've had a few guys play the Tin Man over the years. We've had a few guys play the Scarecrow. And some of those were really fitting the description of the people we had on the show. Shout out to a few of our friends. But, they, it's just been that way. It's just something that's stuck. And, we got a few flying monkeys that run around here every once in a while too. So
you got a whole crew over there, man. It's really
every
growing
once in a
well.
while. Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll start into some of the players you wanted to feature. Either one of you can go first here, but man, there's a lot of good talent across the state, just following some of the teams, but also the individuals as well. Where do you want to start? I know that's a hard question.
Yeah, well, I'll start off with just some of the seniors that are kind of around the state. I think we've seen a lot of signings going on. I think you'd have to start with Asia Lee. We might be a little bit biased on that, being from the Olathe North kid, but she signed with Florida State, one of the top seniors in the area. She would be one. Landry Schaefer over here at Gardner has signed with Pitt State to play. She's broke every scoring record at Gardner, I believe, and a really nice player. Michaela Askew, as you work your way across the state over at Derby, has signed to play at Elan, I believe. A nice player there from Derby. Mary Grant at Bishop Miege on go down to the 4A level. She's signed at Murray State. If you haven't seen her play, Jayla McClinton over there as well at Miege, both seniors that have signed to play at big schools. Alex Krause from Aquinas, state champions there. She's going to Stephen F. Austin to play. You got players like Erica Feldman from Little River, who we had on the show earlier this year, who's going, I believe, to Hayes to play. You got some players like Faith McCallop at Piper, the McCallop family. He's rolled kids through. She's going to Central Arkansas. Shamari Lewis out, if you go all the way out to Liberal, is a player there. So there's a lot of really good seniors that exist in the state just alone. And I know the Oz, he sees a lot of the underclassmen. You want to admit, I don't know if you.
Yeah, just from the club side and what they do in the high school side too. I mean, probably the biggest name in Kansas right now is Eve Long. She was on was it under 17 or under 19 Olympic? 18, this last summer, played a big part on that, starting role with that at Olathe South. She's extraordinary. She's got her pick at this point. There's maybe only one or two schools that haven't offered her that you would consider to be top 10, top 15 programs. And those are probably coming. Those offers are, but she's a junior over there. Jenna Schmedler out at Hayes, out in your part of the world. I mean, she's a tremendous sophomore, already putting up huge numbers this year, had a great freshman year. Bella Budara from Andover is an exceptional player, great shooter. Caitlin Netto at Olathe Northwest, a team that will struggle some this year, but she is a dynamic scorer. Faith, we talked about Faith and Cal. Maddie Vickery at Washburn Rural, out right now with a knee injury, but word has it on the street, probably going to be back after the new year, or maybe later in January. She's going to go to K-State. She's just a junior, a fantastic athlete. Taylor McCarty at Shilan, all the way out in Northwest Kansas. If you don't know about her, you should. She's a fantastic player. Tegan Snodgrass, another one. I think you're from Garden City, I believe, out there, Cole. But Tegan and her parents, who are coaches there, moved down to from Great Bend down to Garden City, and she's already started out with a great year so far. Just a freshman. Riley Kramer, we mentioned on our show today, already scored 20 plus in her first 3 games on average. Fantastic young player at Shawnee Mission South. Harper Winter. Ooh, man, we're talking about high level guards. Already got an offer from Arkansas. Had some big visits already. She is extraordinary at Blue Valley North. Already led them to a big win over Asia Lee and Olathe North, and already off to a hot start. A couple of more. Delaney Whitcop at Basil Linwood's going to be a college basketball player. Just a great little point guard for them. And Wichita East, I didn't even bring the names to them, but they've got 2 or 3 girls that are extraordinary young talent that they were at state last year, and they'll be back this year. They're going to make a run at some things before the year's over. So I mean, that's a pretty big swath. I'm sure we both missed players from the senior class to the juniors to the freshmen, but that just tells you the depth of players. I mean, we just named 25 off. They're going to play major, mid-major, Division II, high NAIA. I mean, those are all college athletes that we know of.
Well, guys, appreciate the time. And if anybody wants to see more of your work, more of your interviews, where do they need to go?
Yeah, so Instagram, Sunflower Smack is one of our best. Twitter, X, I guess now, Sunflower Smack on there, and then we have a SoundCloud and Spotify page that has all of our recordings, and that's where we put them. So,
and not to push too much, Cole, I know we're quick on time, but if those people are checking in with us and then listening to us, I don't care where you are in the state. If you can send us a score, send us pictures of the game, any of those things, and just tag those, we'll make sure they get out and make sure more people know about them. We want everybody to be seen and heard. So let us know how we can help do that.
That's awesome. I don't know how you guys keep up with everything, but keep up the good work. All right.
Yeah, you do the same
You
thing.
do as well, Cole. Thanks so much.
That is the host of the Sunflower Smack Show with Toto and the Oz joining us here for Basketball Chatter.